Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of CA Hoops Weekly, presented by Under Armour. I'm Bobby Broyles, along with my co-host Rob Washburn. Coming down to the final weeks of the regular season, and a handful of teams this week went a long way to put them in the hunt for the regular season title.
Yeah, Bobby, this is the time of the year when teams want to start building momentum towards March, and 4 squads did that by going 2-0 last week. UNCW took over sole possession of first place in the league at 10-2 after a pair of impressive road wins, rallying from 20 points down to edge Hofstra on a late three-pointer from Denzel Ingram and using a big second half to beat Northeastern for their school record-tying 9th straight victory. William & Mary stayed a game back at 9-3 by posting a comeback victory at Northeastern and rolling past Delaware at home to increase their winning streak to 4. James Madison remained in the mix by picking up a road win at Drexel and pulling out an overtime thriller against Hofstra, and College of Charleston continued its strong play with convincing home wins over Towson and Drexel. Now, still a lot of big games left before we can determine a regular season champ.
Indeed, the race for that regular season championship continues this week, Rob, as we take a look at a few key matchups starting on Thursday night in Williamsburg at 7 o'clock on CA.TV. Hofstra, who is looking to bounce back from a rough week, will take on William & Mary.
Yeah, Hofstra was on the short end of 2 heartbreaking defeats to UNCW and JMU last week. But the bright side is how well they played for the most part in both of those contests. Senior point guard Wanye Green continues to have a tremendous year, and last Sunday became just the 4th player in NCAA history to eclipse the 1,000-point mark at 2 Division I schools. He poured in 30 points in the Pride's 90-63 victory over the Tribe last month. The sophomore center, Rostis Gustis, has recorded double-doubles in 9 of his last 10 games and is averaging an unbelievable 16 points and 14 rebounds per game in CAA action. All 5 starters for Hofstra are contributing double figures in scoring, and they are extremely tough to stop. Now, William & Mary can also put points on the board and has topped the 85-point mark 3 times during their current 4-game winning streak. Junior Omar Pruitt averaged 24.5 points and shot nearly 70% from the floor in the 2 victories last week. And senior Terry Tarpey has tallied double figures in 9 of his past 10 contests to go along with all the many things he contributes. Hofstra shot 48% from the floor, made 15 threes, and had only 5 turnovers in the first meeting between the 2 teams. And the key to this game might be the Tribe's ability to create more pressure on the defensive end.
Also on Thursday night, James Madison begins their Carolina road swing in Charleston to take on the Cougars at 7:30 on CA.TV.
Yeah, so we touched on in the open, both of these teams are coming off of 2-0 weeks and are looking to climb up the conference standings. Defense is the theme in this matchup. College of Charleston is allowing just 58 points per game in CAA play and has held 11 of their 12 conference opponents to 65 points or less. Along with locking people down defensively, the Cougars are doing a great job of sharing the ball on offense between guards Cameron Johnson and Marquise Pointer and forward Jarrell Brantley, who broke loose for a career-high 29 points on 13 of 14 shooting when CFC beat the Duke 65-62 on New Year's Eve. Now, JMU is the CAA's top team in both field goal and three-point field goal percentage defense, but they came up big offensively against Hofstra on Sunday. Ron Curry turned in a sensational 31-point performance that included a game-tying three-pointer at the end of regulation, and forward Yohani Dallenbear seems to be rounding into form after back-to-back double-doubles last week. The Dukes are 8-1 on the road this season, but will need to be at their best to get a victory at TD Arena.
The road doesn't get any easier for the Dukes on Saturday, as they will be in the first game of a CAA doubleheader on the NBC Sports Network at 3 o'clock as JMU visits the red-hot Seahawks of UNCW.
Yeah, we just talked about how well JMU played last week, but no team in the CAA is playing better than UNCW, which hasn't lost a game in over a month. Leading the Seahawks offense is junior guard Chris Fleming, who was a perfect 11 for 11 from the floor and scored 25 points in Northeastern last Saturday. Guard Denzel Ingram is shooting 47% from three-point range in conference play, and freshman C.J. Bryce averaged nearly 20 points in the 2 victories last week and seems to be improving as the year goes along. When you combine UNCW's offensive firepower with a pressure defense that's forcing 16 turnovers per game, it's easy to understand the success that they're having. And one big stat to watch for the Seahawks, they out-rebounded the Dukes 50-35 in a 78-73 win a couple weeks ago, and JMU will need to cut that margin significantly to have a chance in this one.
Shortly after, at 4 o'clock, William & Mary hits the road as well as they take on Towson, another team that is currently near the top of the CA standings, Rob.
Yep, Towson enters the week just a game behind the Tribe in the CA standings at 8-4, and the Tigers already have a 76-69 victory over them on their resume. Towson has won 6 of its last 8 contests, including a road win at Elon last Saturday, in which junior William Adalamoto broke loose for 27 points on 9 of 13 field goal shooting. Sophomore Mike Morcell had scored double digits in 13 of his last 14 contests, and Tomas Parker Rivera is coming off what Pat Scarry called his best week of the season, which included 13 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 blocks at Elon. The Tigers are the top rebounding team in the CA and grabbed 12 offensive boards in their first meeting with the Tribe. These teams have contrasting styles, which should make for an interesting game.
And you can see this one on Comcast Sportsnet on Saturday. Now here's a look at the rest of this week's action around CAA men's basketball.
March Madness is coming, and it all starts in Baltimore. The 2016 CAA Men's Basketball Championship is back at the Royal Farms Arena March 4 through 7. Take advantage of the weekend with a money-saving fan pack. You'll receive a room at your choice of hotels, 2 harbor passes, 2 admissions to the Power Plant Live Fan Fest, and an opportunity to purchase discount tickets for the championship. Experience March Madness. Experience Baltimore. Find your fan pack now at baltimore.org.
CASports.com has all the television clearances you need for this week, and CASports.com will also have all the information you need regarding links to live stats, video, and audio coverage.
You can also continue to follow the league on Facebook and Instagram by searching CAA Sports. We're also on Twitter at CAA Basketball using the hashtag CAA Hoops.
The CAA.TV crew was on campus last week at the College of Charleston. You can check out the sights, sounds, and highlights from our coverage last week on our CAA Sports Overtime blog, and be sure to check out our In Focus feature now on the Cougars on CASports.com and CASports.wordpress.com.
Yeah, this week's feature is an emotional one as we tell the story of the relationship between the Cougars men's basketball team and the nearby Emmanuel AME Church, where 9 people were tragically shot and killed during a Bible study session last June. It's a feature you won't want to miss.
Quick turnaround for the CAA.TV crew this week as we conclude the Seasons on Campus series in Williamsburg. Stay tuned to CASports.com and the official CAA Sports blog, CAA Overtime, for highlights, analysis, and tune in next week for our full court feature on the Tribe. Kellen McCarthy returns Thursday for the women's edition of CAA Hoops Weekly, powered by Under Armour. Make sure to tune in. Enjoy the games this week.